Hi guys, my name is Maha Siddiqui and this is my week 15 milestone assignment. In this milestone assignment, we're talking about fiscal policy actions that involve spending money / debt spending. I'll be focusing on military spending. Just as a background, 54% of federal discretionary spending is on military spending, and $598.5 billion were spent on military spending in 2015. It averages mostly throughout the years of $600 billion that is allocated to military spending. The articles that I used were "The Wars Are Over, the Military Spending Lives On," and "Dollars at Work, What Defense Spending Means to the U.S. Economy." The first article talks about the Overseas Contingency Operations Fund and how $211 billion are allocated to that fund, which is part of military spending, and it talks about how that fund is really necessary for the overseas operations that America has. And the "Dollars at Work, What Defense Spending Means to the U.S. Economy" article talks about letting defense needs justify policy and drive the policies instead of budgets. So in my example, I'm increasing the spending by 100 million, and as you can see on the graph at the upper left-hand corner, that the aggregate demand curve shifts to the right, and when it shifts to the right, the interest rate also rises due to the crowding out effect. The crowding out effect is when increased interest rate leads to a reduction in private investment spending such that it dampens the initial increase of total investment spending. And the next graph that you see below it is telling us if this actually affects GDP. So as you can see, aggregate demand curve on this graph shifts to the right, and the aggregate supply stays the same. And the equilibrium shifts upward, which shows an increase in the real GDP. Also, by calculating the economy multiplier, or the MPC, we can tell if this affects the real GDP. MPC is the marginal propensity to consume, which measures the proportion of extra income that is spent on consumption. So basically, for every dollar that a household earns, it spends 93 cents and saves 7 cents. And in the US, the MPC is 90.93. So the equation that we use is the equation given, which is 1 over 1 minus MPC. So we plug in the MPC in the equation, which is 0.93, and we get 14.29. So if the government spends 100 million, then the total demand increases to 1428.57, and how we got that number is by multiplying 14.29 by 100 million, and so that increases the real GDP. I hope you guys actually understood, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.